Whereas the 1891 Fredonia Opera House, Inc. Opera House, by letter dated March 9th, 2011, a copy of which is attached to this resolution, together with a sketch of the location, has requested permission to mount 2 satellite dishes on poles to be located in the back of the Village Hall parking lot along the existing fence line so that the Opera House will be able to receive programming content via satellite. And whereas each of these dishes will not exceed 1.2 meters in diameter and will be mounted both on one wooden pole, potential, right? Okay. Approximately 10 to 15 feet in height, or each on two separate metal poles, each approximately 10 feet in height. And whereas the cabling from the dishes to the Opera House will be housed in a buried conduit to be installed along the fence line and would enter the Opera House through the wall of the Village Hall, where existing power to the air handlers enters. And whereas the entire cost of this project, equipment and installation, will be paid by the Opera House, and therefore will be at no cost to the village. Now therefore be it resolved that the Village of Fredonia grant to the Opera House a revocable permit permitting the installation of the 2 dishes, 2 poles, and underground conduit, subject to the following. 1. Said permit shall be subject to revocation if the premises used by the Opera House is needed by the village for public purpose or creates any problems for the village. 2. Said permit shall be agreed to and signed by the Opera House prior to starting any work. 3. The revocable permit shall be in form and substance satisfactory to the village attorney, who is authorized to include any language necessary to protect the interests of the village, including indemnification and hold harmless provisions in favor of the village. 4. The Opera House and contractor performing the work shall give the village at least 5 days notice prior to commencing work, an insurance certificate in the amount of at least $1 million liability and $500,000 property damage with the Village of Fredonia as an additional insured. And 5, to avoid any damage to village property or other liability to the village, the project work shall be subject to the inspection and approval of the village superintendent of public works, Mr. Boland. The Opera House shall give Mr. Boland and the village administrator at least 5 working days' notice before commencing work, and provide Mr. Boland and the village administrator with any information they may request regarding the project, including but not limited to any information regarding the contractor.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Be resolved that the training requests of John Sullivan, John Merrill, Larry Barter, Neil McKnight, John Lamphere, and Kurt Madum, Fredonia volunteer firefighters, to travel out of the country to attend a fire department law and management conference hosted by Shishitano and Pinsky PLC in cooperation with New York State Association of Fire Chiefs, April 1st through the 3rd, 2011, at no cost to the Village of Fredonia, is hereby approved.
One second, that would be out of the county.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, where are these guys going? I'm not going to.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Be it resolved that the canvass of the village election held on March 14th, 2011 is attached hereto, is hereby approved, and the following persons are hereby declared elected, to wit: Mayor, 4 years, Stephen W. Keefe; Trustee, 4 years, Joseph A. Siri; Trustee, 4 years, Mark F. Ruckman; Trustee, 4 years, Janelle M. Subject.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Be resolved that the training requests of Gary Sutter Jr. and David Sinclair, Fredonia Volunteer Fire Department firefighters, is hereby approved to attend the Public Fire Safety Educators Program sponsored by the New York State Academy of Fire Science, April 29, May through May 1st, 2011, is hereby approved at a cost not to exceed $400.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Whereas the position of Deputy Clerk is vacant due to the Board's transfer of Christine Decker from the position of Deputy Village Clerk to the position of Assistant Village Court Clerk by resolution of June 14, 2010, now therefore be resolved that Minnie Spinuzza's position of Senior Account Clerk, which was provisional, is hereby terminated effective immediately, And be further resolved that the Mindy Spinuzza, 210 Robin Street, Dunkirk, New York, is hereby appointed to the position of Deputy Village Clerk temporarily at an hourly rate of $18.75, effective immediately, subject to civil service rules and regulations. And her term of office shall not extend more than 6 months from the adoption of this resolution. And be further resolved that in accordance with Section 3C of Article 2 of the Village Charter, Mrs. Spinuzza is not required to reside in the Village of Fredonia as long as she continues to reside in the County of Chautauqua.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Do we have any other business in front of this board this
No.
evening? No? Motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second?
Yep.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Oh, yes. We are going to meet downstairs with our new elected officials to discuss timetables for the budget for purposes of the 2011-2012 budget, to set up timetables beginning next week, Monday, the 21st. So we're going to have a meeting downstairs. If you'd like to join us, that's where we're going to be. Anything else? That's it.
That's it.
Thank you. Have a good evening.